Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing good and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, welcome back to Bar Dazzlers, and this is day 6 of learning the functions in Python. So what do you mean by functions? So function, this is a block of code. What do you mean by block of code? Block of code in the sense it has a block of code, it has some statement in it. It has a statement, it contains the block of code. And usually this block or this statement or this particular function is called only when we specify uh, when we specify that particular task. So it is when we call that, when the function is called, I can say function being called. So basically function, it is a block of a code or a statement which performs specific tasks only by calling that particular function. So I will give you an example. I have a video over here. So basically what I can say is I am expert in making a biryani. Okay. So I'm expert in making biryani and people love my recipe, whatever I do in my biryani. So I have a list of steps involved in making the biryani and I will be explaining. But each and every time when I try to explain for every new people, I will be getting hungry. So what I will do is I will use my brain and I think of something else instead of doing all these things. So what I will do is I will make a steps, what are the steps involved in it, and I will give the recipe, take a printout of it, and I will give the pass on the recipe to the others. So finally it will make happy to others. So what I can trying to say is when I'm making the steps of biryani, what are the steps involved in it? Like, for example, you can take it as 7 steps involved it, like putting the onions, masala, then chicken. Again, it has includes 7 steps, and I am making a note or making a note, and I am taking a print of those things. Because each and every time when every new person come and ask for the recipe, I can't keep on saying the same thing because it is unnecessary time waste, as well as I will be getting frustration or anger because each and every time when I try to explain it. So what I'm doing, I am taking the steps. So what I will do, I am taking a printout and I am storing these steps. So these steps wherein I am storing, this is called as a block of code, or it can be a statement. So this is called as a statement. So whenever I need it, whenever the new person comes and if we ask the recipe, I can take this printout and I can give it to them. So it reduces my time also, right? In the same way. In the same way, the Python or a programming language, we have to do some tasks like again and again. Another example I can give is being a woman, I have to play a role of mother, sister, just like a function. Like when I'm teaching for any of the students, I have to act like a teacher. That is my function, right? And when I'm going back to my home, I will be a mother, a daughter to my mother, and sister to my brother. So those are the roles which I will be playing. As I'm saying, those are the functions which I will be playing accordingly. We have the function in the same sense, in the same thing like in a programming language also. For example, I will give an option like I have to print hi, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, and I had to give one more statement like salary is credited because the money is everyone's favorite thing. So I will take this one as an example. So I have an employee of 10-15 members, just for an example, and I want to perform this both tasks every month. It might be getting increased also every month. So every time I can't go and keep on printing like the statements, right? So each and every after 20 times, but I mean after like certain point, even I will be getting irritated. So what I will do is I will basically store this one in a function called as a amount. So what I will do is I will store the print hi and print salary is credited. So I am basically storing these two function in these two statements in one function, and that function is called as a amount. So basically I have defined the function, and every month I will be calling up the particular function. So how to write the things in the function? Like for example, I will be defining the function underscore name, and we have this parenthesis. Usually we can give, if we have any parameters while coding, you can give those parameters here. Normal, the function which looks like, which we will be using is, it looks like this. And here it will be having the function underscore body and written expressions. Now you can see here we have to use the indent as well because we are defining the function inside. So we have to keep an eye on the indentation as well. So this written operation, basically it is used only when we have certain operations to be written or while calling. So moving on, we have basically two types of function. Uh, Two types of functions. So first one is inbuilt. Inbuilt functions, which are functions which are already defined in the Python. So for example, print, this is already defined in Python. Length, this is also already defined in Python. Min and max, these are already defined in the Python. These are called as inbuilt function. Then next we have is a user defined function. What is this user defined function? User defined function, basically the user, like me and you, we are the users. We will define the function. We will define the function as per whatever our need is there. So we will be defining those particular functions. So coming on, moving on, we have some of the advantages of using these functions as well. So what are the advantages? This code becomes more usable. Code becomes more usable, right? Because we will be calling the functions again and again. Instead of typing for 20 times, we will be using the functions only one time, and it has got all the things. And code would be in a more readable format. Please ignore my handwriting, as this is my first thing. Uh, I'm not much clear in the writing on scribble pad. So So what do you mean by code would be more readable format in the sense, as I shown earlier, we have created, I mean, we have defined one function called amount, and in that we have stored two statements. So what I will do is I will give find amount. So in this amount, I will be giving the two statements. Hi, and here salary is credited, right? So what I will do is every month when I run this particular program, it will be going to the particular things. But here we have only defined it, but we haven't called the functions, right? But how to call it? We have to call it like whenever I give this amount. So this, whenever I give, it will be giving the thing. Let me show you another example. Rob by Python. Not track by. So we have something called as a Reeboks world. You can go in here and you can create your, like you can use the coding things and you can work on this. Okay. Okay. So here it is already defined function, like built-in function they have. So here you can see there are some of the already built-in functions here, and we have conditions and Pythons, what if, elif, define functions, also objects and special. But here, let me use the command. So what happens when I use only move? So when I try to run it, you can see this has moved one step and it says the last instruction is completed. I want it has to take another step and it has to take left. So what I will do is I'll copy this, paste it, and let me see whether I have turn left. Yeah, turn left is there. So I will give this one. So go back, and when I run this, so what has it done is it has taken us two steps and it has turned left. And again, I want to go straight. I have to take it three steps actually now. So what I will do, I will copy this move, paste it three times because I want the steps to be taken only three times. So go back and when I run it again, yes, it has taken. Now again, I have to make this robot to turn towards start. But here when I see it doesn't have turn right, it has only turn left. So what I can do, I can define turn right. So what I will do is it has to turn right. First, it has to turn left. Then it has to turn left. Then it has to turn left, and then it has to move. So I will call this, after taking this function, I will give it as turn right, and it has to move 2 steps. Then I can't write the functions inside. So I will be defining whatever the function is there in the top of the coding, and I will call that particular function. So when I try to do this, see, it has gone, it has taken this, and it has moved. So here we can see built-in function is already there, and we have this user-defined function also. Whatever the thing that right term, this is our user-defined functions. So that's it for today's session. Let's all catch up in the next session. Until then, keep coding. Thank you all. Have a nice day. And please don't forget to subscribe and click on that button to get more updates from my channel. Thank you all.